You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We want to chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, we're celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. As we record this morning, I'm looking and it's 59 degrees outside. Brr. Josh, you guys colder there right now, or are you about the same? You're probably getting all that wind from what we had recently, from what was in Southern California is probably just getting to you. 54, okay. It's cold outside. With the weather we've got going on right now, is it no wonder that so many people are getting sick? Right? I mean, it's 54 right now. The last few days I was out walking, 48 degrees when I got down to Balboa Island. 48. Now, one day it was 47. But cold. And then it's going to be in the upper 70s, I think, today, maybe low 80s. Over the weekend, it's going to be in the 60s. We need some chicken soup. Okay, National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day is today. Okay, National French Dip Day. Where do you go for a good French dip? I'm not even sure I know where to go get a good French dip. Okay, I'm not, we'll see. A French dip. I had good pastrami. If you haven't had you want great pastrami? Hickory and spice. They make a great pastrami. Ugh. But they only do it every other week on Saturday. And today is also National Pizza with the Works. Good, except anchovies. The only thing I don't see on our picture, you gotta have bacon. How could you have the works without bacon? So our question of the day, what is your favorite kind of pizza? Put it in the chat. If you're listening to us live on radio, I know there's no chat on radio, but just blurt it out. We'll hear you. And it'll also help us with the algorithm. So if you put that in there, we appreciate it. What is your favorite kind of pizza? Let's move along and see what the markets are doing today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 251 points. Ooh, that's moving in the wrong direction. Ow! S&P 500 down almost 20. NASDAQ down 38. Oil's up 37 cents a barrel, but it's at $68.41 a barrel. 68.41. Now, you got to love it. We are in California, where it's where we broadcast. I know you may not be, because we are on the World Wide Web. And last time I looked, I think we had like 40-some million reaches our last month on social media. So we know you're all over. But if you want to feel sorry, we're at $4.50 a gallon of gasoline. Yes, we are not leading the country now. Hawaii is at $4.58. But we're at $4.50. But we have to rectify this. So our wonderful Governor Newsom, they've got legislation that's gone through to try and get us going green. Ugh. Do you really believe in any of that stuff?
What's the big idea?
Ready for this? A new tax. Oh, no, they call it a fee because they can't do taxes without a vote. 65 cents a gallon more. That's what they're looking at adding to us. 65 cents a gallon more in taxes and fees. Unbelievable. We're already at $4.50 a gallon. Josh, over that, what, $3.25, give or take, a gallon of gasoline there in Nevada. So right across the state line. Now, I don't know how many refineries are in Nevada, but so maybe they might be trucking or piping the gas over there. They bring the water to California and send the gas back to Nevada, maybe. But $1.25 a gallon savings, unbelievable. The cheapest gas in the country right now is $2.58 a gallon. I'm trying to find out where that is. $2.58 a gallon is in Oklahoma. $2.59. You got to love what's going on here in the formerly Golden State. But what's going on around the country? So here's a biggie, and we really appreciate that you listen to Ron Siegel Radio. We know you have a choice, and we go out and we search high and low to try and find the best and most interesting information, data points for you each day. And now we know that there's a lot of places that this isn't happening. Think about this one. I just saw this over the weekend. I saw a report, and I've shared this with you before. If you want to get good data, you can't go to the news. See, KFI, just today they announced that they laid off about half of I think everybody but 3 people in their news department. KFI, massive radio station here in Southern California. But are they the only ones? No. ABC's Good Morning America, they've got a 25% decline in their audience. CBS this morning, 25% decline. NBC's Today Show, 26% decline. The evening, they call it the news, but I think it's commentary. David Muir, down 18%. NBC's Lester Holt, down 23%. CBS, down 20%. Cable news, the Cannabis News Network, they're down 40%. Yikes, that one probably hurts. Maybe, we don't know. Maybe they don't, most of them don't care. Ow! MSNBC Hee Haw, down 30%. Fox News, down 26%. So the bottom line here is, where are you going to go for your information? Can't really say news because these guys aren't presenting news anymore. I listen to programs, and it's amazing how much commentary they throw into the news, what they call news. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. As a lender, everything we do just about, we have to put in there our ID number, our NMLS ID number. So you'll hear us mention many times throughout these broadcasts, and you'll see it on our social media and whatnot. NMLS 217037. That is my national identifier number, National Mortgage Loan Service or Lending Service. I don't know, whatever. So, but we've got to tell that so people know that we are a lender. And here's how you reach us. Why don't they do that on these news broadcasts? Right? Juan Williams, not a news guy. He is a commentator. Or you go with David Muir. Well, he's supposed to be a news guy, but he's really not. I don't even know who you go through with a news guy. Who are the news people anymore? Right? So they should have to put on there, are we news or are we propaganda? I'm sorry, not propaganda. Commentator. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, we've got a great broadcast lined up for you. We're going to talk about the CPI report that's coming out tomorrow. The majority of veterans are unaware of a key VA loan benefit. We thank our veterans every single day as we honored them yesterday. What's motivating homeowners to move right now? Smart strategies for saving big in 2025. And who pays the debt when someone dies? All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI. They provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. Now, these are the data, these are the rates that locked on Friday because the bond market was closed yesterday. So let's take a look. Conventional 30-year fixed down 6.701. Jumbo 30-year fixed down 6.959. FHA 30-year fixed down 6.346. VA 30-year fixed down 6.175. USDA 30-year fixed. That's the rural areas, generally no down payment, 6.366. These are all the prices or rates that were locked. That's what you put into your mortgage calculator to get a principal and interest payment. If you don't have a mortgage calculator, ronismylender.com, ronismylender.com. Get the calculator. It's free. Our app, it's free. And if you want our commentary on the market, well, it's free to you because it takes a lot of work for us. rsrlinks.com/market minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. We put out our report every weekday morning as early, or every business weekday morning, as early as the data allows. And again, you can get that totally for free from us. Let's see what's going on in the markets right now as we speak. The 10-year Treasury is up 12 basis points, 4.43. Remember, when the yield goes up, the bond goes down. The mortgage bond, that's down. Ooh, down 54 basis points. That is ugly. And that's 98.97. And again, we put all these things right there in our report for you, so it doesn't cost you anything. So why is all of this happening today? What's driving these markets? Well, there's a lot of, again, we're starting to see what the next administration will look like. That's good for the markets. But we're also seeing that there's a lot of people that just don't understand markets. And unfortunately, that's a big problem because they don't get what they're looking at. They don't understand the issue. So here's where the number comes from. Let's take a look at, let me look and see if I can find, I've got some information for you. We're going to see tomorrow the September CPI report. When that comes out, the headline, here's the issue of what the headline is going to say. Because, well, let's take a look at this. Let me pull up. I've got some data here, and I want to get this very precise because we do know that we get some fact checkers every once in a while. So here's the issue. The CPI is going to go from 2.4 to 2.6. How do I know that? That's what the markets are going to tell you. So you're going to hear, oh, inflation's a problem. When inflation's a problem, well, we can't lower interest rates if inflation's going the wrong way. But here's the fact of the matter that no one's going to tell you about. Year over year, you have to extend it out because this is all becoming into rounding issues. When it gets low numbers, it's the rounding issues that you have to be careful of. So September year over year is 2.44. The October number that we're going to replace was 0.08, very, very low number. So the 11-month is 2.36. The estimates are that we're going to add a 0.2 this time. So obviously that's 12 basis points higher. So the forecast now goes to 2.56. But they round that off to 2.60. So even though they're going to tell you it goes from 2.4 to 2.6, it's really going from 2.44 to 2.56. It's a 1 basis point change. Not nearly as bad. Core is going to go from 3.31. We're taking out the 0.24 from October of 2023. That makes that 3.07. We're going to add an estimate of 0.3. So we're going to 3.37. So we're going to show a 3.3 to 3.4 when really it's only 6 basis points up. A half 0.06 is the real change. So it's all going to be rounding, but they don't ever tell you the rounding in the headlines. That's where the problems come in. And that's why when you just get a headline or you get somebody that's not really educating you, well, then you've got the problems right there. That is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial when you're ready for that next home loan. Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So obviously yesterday being Veterans Day, and we love our veterans, there's always things that are going on, and we're starting to put out some more social media commentary around some of the issues that are going on with our veterans and the VA home loan. So I want to make sure that you're getting this data. You can always go to rsrlinks.com/VA loan, rsrlinks.com/VA loan. And we put together a whole series right there. But as we come to this time of year, there's frequently changes to different loan products. And we want to make sure that you're getting all of those. So let's take a look at a real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. For over 79 years, Veterans Affairs Home Loans have helped countless veterans achieve the dream of home ownership. But according to Veterans United, only 3 in 10 veterans realize they may be able to buy a home without needing a down payment. And if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 FM 98.1 video feed, you are seeing this chart. That's why it's so important for veterans and anyone who cares about a veteran to be aware of this valuable program. Knowing about the resources available can make the path to homeownership easier and keep life-changing plans from being put on hold. As Veterans United explains, the ability to buy with 0% down is the signature advantage of this nearly 80-year-old benefit program. Eligible veterans can buy as much house as they can afford, all without the need to spend years saving for a down payment. The advantage of the VA home loan: VA home loans are designed to make homeownership a reality for those who have served our country. These loans come with the following benefits, according to the Department of Veterans Affairs. Option for no down payment. One of the biggest perks is that many veterans can buy a home with no down payment at all, making it simpler to get started on your home buying journey. Limited closing costs. With VA loans, there are limits on the types of closing costs veterans have to pay. This helps keep more money in your pocket when you're ready to finalize the sale. No private mortgage insurance, unlike many other loan types. VA loans don't require PMI, even with lower down payments. This means lower monthly payments, which adds up to big savings over time. Your team of expert real estate professionals, including a local agent and a trusted lender, are the best resource to understand all the options and advantages available to help you achieve your home buying goals. Bottom line, owning a home is a key part of the American dream, and VA loans are a powerful benefit for those who serve our country. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Let's talk about the VA home loan benefit. Let's talk about our team being the #1 lending team in America for Homes for Heroes, which means every veteran gets a discount on their home loan costs, on the cost of the loan. Everyone. All you have to do is let us know, and we're going to ask you anyway. And I'm going to also share with you some of these big online services. They're boilerplate. When you get into the weeds, some of them are not giving you the best advice. So if you ever want a second opinion as a veteran mortgage advisor, having gone through all the course study, and you've seen some of our guests that have been on that we've talked about this as well. We've got a lot of people that want to make sure that you're getting the best possible guidance. That is the real-time real estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. And remember, If you want to learn about the Veterans Program and the Veteran Benefit, rsrlinks.com/VA loan. rsrlinks.com/VA loan. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, what's motivating homeowners to move right now? We'll talk about it. Smart strategies for saving big in 2025. Who pays the debt when someone dies? All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. 1990, the real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. What's motivating homeowners to move right now? Over the past few years, some homeowners have decided to delay their move because they don't want to sell and take on a higher mortgage rate on their next home. Maybe you're thinking the same thing, and honestly, that's no surprise. It's a very common roadblock and is one of the biggest factors that's kept the number of homes on the market so low for so long. But a growing number of homeowners are deciding they just can't wait any longer. Often it's because of personal or lifestyle changes. As Redfin explains, quote, some homeowners are opting to bite the bullet and give up their low rate in order to move. Many are selling because a major life event like a job change or divorce, unquote. If you're weighing the decision to move, take a look at some of the top reasons others are choosing to sell. You might find those are reason enough for you to move now too. It's time for a change, a new job in a different city, a desire to be closer to family, or simply wanting a change of scenery can all spark the need to sell. Let's say you've landed a great job offer that requires relocating. Listing your current home quickly may be the next logical step. There's just not enough space in your current house. Sometimes your current house just doesn't fit your lifestyle anymore. A growing family the need for a home office, or more room for entertaining can all drive the decision to upgrade to a larger space. As an example, if you live in a condo and have a baby on the way, selling might be the next best move so you can find a larger home that suits your needs. Retirement or wanting to downsize, I call it right size. On the flip side, some homeowners are ready to downsize. This could be due to children moving out, retirement, or simply wanting less to maintain. If you're newly retired and dreaming of a simpler lifestyle, downsizing to a smaller home could free up both time and resources to enjoy this new chapter of life. Changes in relationship status. Big changes like divorce, separation, or marriage often lead to a need for new living arrangements. If you just went through a divorce, selling the house you once shared may allow both of you to move forward and find a living situation that works better for you. Health and mobility needs. Health concerns, especially those that affect mobility, can also drive the decision to sell. A home that once worked well might no longer suit your needs. If this sounds like your experience right now, selling your home to move into a more accessible space or even using the proceeds for assisted living could significantly improve your quality of life. Bottom line, selling your home isn't just about market conditions or mortgage rates. It's also about making the best decision for your lifestyle and future. As Bankrate says, quote, deciding whether it's the right time to sell your home is a very personal choice. There are numerous important questions to consider, both financial and lifestyle based. Your future plans, goals should be a significant part of the equation, unquote. If a major life change has you thinking about moving, you might still be the right time to sell. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Hey, if you're thinking about selling, give us a call. There are a lot of tools that we have available for you that you can get for free from Ron Siegel Radio. And I'm going to tell you about them right now. And hopefully we're going to give you some of them. So here's a few. If you want to maximize the sales price of your property, rsrlinks.com/salesmax, rsrlinks.com/salesmax. That's going to help you get the most money for your property. Obviously, everybody wants the most money for their property, but when you go to the rsrlinks.com/salesmax, we're going to show you how to maximize that sale price. And in this day and age, there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, you don't need a realtor. Hogwash. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. Use that realtor, and if they understand marketing, and the ones that we recommend to you understand marketing because they're trained in what we're saying here, rsrlinks.com/salesmax, we're going to show you how to deal with that. Now, one of the things that you're going to be able to do when you maximize that sale price, well, then what we want to do is we want to strategize. How do we get you the absolute lowest price that is good for you? See, we're always looking for how are we dealing with safety, liquidity, and return. So I'm going to share with you that there are strategies that we employ, and you can use them. rsrlinks.com/buydown. rsrlinks.com/buydown. And if you go to and watch that video series, that's basically going to show you short-term and long-term buy-down strategies. Short-term and long-term buy-down strategies. And one of the things that we always want you to be cognizant of is, what is that long-term? So I'm consulting with a family right now, business owners. Got a lot that we can qualify using some various strategies. And as I've shared with you before, strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. Our goal is to get every family into the Home Select product. Why do we want you in the Home Select product? Because it makes you money. It is a great strategy. rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. So when we get you into that strategy, what we're looking to do is we're looking to see, okay, how do we get you the most possible money and get you we're looking for a lot of different things in there. So when we look at these various issues, what do we mean by this? So we want to get you the liquidity. The biggest problem with most mortgages is they're not liquid. How do you get the liquidity if you want liquidity? Well, you have to sell the property. What if you don't want to sell the property or take a loan out? And in some instances, you just don't qualify for a new loan. And that we find that a lot of times that is with our retirees. The retirees, a lot of times, they don't qualify for that new home loan. So if you're not qualifying for it, what do? Well, that's where we talk about strategy. We want you to get the loan in place before you retire. And if you're looking at the Home Select loan, you're going to have a lot of liquidity because right before you retire, you may arguably be at the highest income level that you're going to be. So about a year in advance, let's take a look at getting you into a Home Select loan. Now, you got to take it. It's got to be a minimum of like a $250,000 loan. If you're not taking $250,000, they don't like to do them. But the idea is to get that paid down as low as you can. But then whatever your income qualifies you for, up to, say, 80% of the property value, that's where the liquidity comes in. You have the ability of accessing those funds when you need them, when you want them. rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Make sure you're taking a look at that all the time. And sometimes people say, Ron, you get on your soapbox about this Home Select product. You're right, I do. Because it's the right strategy for anybody that wants to have their house paid off and still maintain liquidity. The biggest thing that I get, I always tell people, why do you want your house paid off? Well, it's not because you think that home equity is a good investment, because it's not. Home equity has a 0 rate of return always. The reason people want their house paid off is because it makes them feel good. But wait, now what if I need the money? What if I can't work? What if I get injured? What am I going to do? Because lenders don't lend money to people who need money. Lenders lend money to people who want money. And if you take care of these things in advance, you've got it made. Now, talking about taking care of things in advance. Right now, we know that the overwhelming amount of people are sitting on a tremendous amount of debt. We've done some, giving you the numbers in the past. What are you doing about it? Nervous, not sleeping, drinking, drugs. Those are not the right answers. How about strategy? Strategy beats rate always. And we've talked about this one before. Why is that 3% loan killing you? rsrlinks.com/3PCT. rsrlinks.com/3PCT. Your 3% loan could be killing you. And we hear it all the time. Ron, I don't want to get rid of my loan. I've got a 3% loan. I've got a 3.5% loan. Good, but you got a 22.84% in credit card debt or non-secured debt. It's all coming out of your bank account. So the 3% loan that's got you, I'm excited about it. You're going broke being excited. So let's take a look. What are the options? You can go to rsrlinks.com/2step, rsrlinks.com/2step, and use up some of your equity. If you're dead set on not getting rid of that 3% loan, okay, well, we can still help you a little bit, not as much. But let's take a look at what does a home equity line of credit do for you? What does a home equity loan do for you? These are all different strategies that may or may not help you. But the bottom line is strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, smart strategies for saving big in 2025, and the morbid one, who pays the debt when someone dies. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you missed any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the first Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Who pays the debt when someone dies? Navigating debt responsibility in times of loss. At Ron Siegel Radio, we bring clarity to your financial questions, especially in complex and challenging times. Today, we're covering an important and often confusing topic. Who is responsible for paying off debt when someone passes away? While this may not be the most uplifting subject, understanding the answer can bring peace of mind to families. Let's walk through how different types of debt are handled, how it impacts estates, and what family members need to know to avoid unexpected burdens. And I will tell you, we are not giving legal advice. You got to talk to an attorney for that. But we're telling you our understanding, and go do your own due diligence. Understanding estate responsibility for debt. When a loved one passes, their assets and liabilities, the debts, from what's called an estate before any inheritance is passed on to beneficiaries, debts are usually settled using the assets in the estate. Executors appointed by the deceased in their will or by the court manage this process, ensuring debts and other financial obligations are met before distributing any remaining assets to the heirs. But what happens if the estate doesn't have enough assets to cover outstanding debts? In most cases, debts die with the individual, and family members are not directly responsible. However, there are a few exceptions based on the type of debt and relationships involved, which we will explain in detail. Which debts are paid first? Not all debts are treated equally after someone passes. Certain obligations are prioritized over others, generally in the following order. Number one, funeral and administrative costs. Burial expenses and any administrative costs for settling the estate come first. Second, secured debts, mortgages, car loans, and other loans tied to specific assets are next. These debts are secured by collateral, meaning the lender has the right to reclaim the property if the debt is not paid. Number three, unsecured debts. Credit card debt, medical bills, and personal loans are usually last on the list. They'll be paid if funds are available, but they may be left unpaid if the estate lacks sufficient assets. How different types of debt are treated. Each type of debt follows specific rules. Here's how they generally break down. Mortgages and car loans, secured debts like these usually stay attached to the property or vehicle even after death. The lender can claim the asset if payments stop. In some cases, heirs may choose to continue payments if they wish to keep the property. This is generally relevant in cases where an adult child or spouse lives in the home or uses the vehicle. Credit card debt. Credit card balances are usually considered unsecured debt, meaning they have no specific asset backing them. If the estate can cover the balance, it's paid off. If not, the debt may be forgiven. However, if the deceased had a joint account holder on the credit card, that person may be legally responsible for the remaining balance. Medical bills. Medical expenses can be significant, especially if there was a lengthy illness. While medical debts often fall to the estate, some states may require spouses to cover these debts under doctrine of necessities laws. Consulting a legal professional may be necessary to determine specific responsibilities here. Student loans. Federal student loans are typically forgiven when the borrower dies. Private student loans, however, can be different. Some private lenders may still seek repayment from the estate, and if the loan had a co-signer, that individual might be responsible. What about co-signers, joint accounts, and spouses? Certain situations may create a direct responsibility for another individual, especially with co-signed loans and joint accounts. Co-signers, when someone co-signs on a loan or credit account, they agree to share full responsibility for the debt. If the primary borrower dies, the co-signer is still liable for any remaining balance. This is common with personal loans, auto loans, and private student loans. Joint account holders, in the case of joint account holders, both account holders are typically responsible for the debt. For example, if two people share a credit card account and one dies, the surviving holder remains responsible for the balance. Spouses, state laws can affect spouses' liability. In community property states, spouses are often jointly responsible for debts acquired during the marriage. So if one spouse dies, the other may need to cover debts, even if they weren't directly responsible for them. This varies by state, so it's wise to consult a financial advisor or attorney if you live in a community property state. Protecting your family with strategic planning to avoid unexpected burdens. Here are some planning tips that may prevent financial hardship for loved ones. Life insurance. A life insurance policy can be a critical safety net, covering outstanding debts and providing financial support to dependents. The death benefit from life insurance is often protected from creditors, meaning it can help loved ones manage without added financial stress. Number 2, living trusts. Assets in a living trust don't go through probate, which may reduce the likelihood that creditors can claim them. A trust can provide a clearer path for asset distribution, giving loved ones a financial buffer in challenging times. Seek legal and financial guidance. Estate planning attorneys and financial advisors can provide guidance tailored to your specific circumstances, helping ensure your family is protected and your wishes are honored. Number 4, open communication. Let loved ones know where important documents are stored, including any debt obligations. This transparency can ease the process for family members handling the estate and help them avoid unpleasant surprises. Taking charge of your financial literacy while debt management after death can be overwhelming. Understanding the basics can help alleviate concerns. And remember, debt is not inherently a burden. It's a tool that can help us achieve our goals when managed wisely. For those navigating these questions now or looking to plan ahead, I'm here to help. As a certified liability advisor, I assist families in understanding their debt, building wealth, and preparing for the future. Together, we can work toward a strategy that protects your financial legacy, giving you and your family peace of mind for years to come. That is the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. I think we have time for another Borrow Smart segment. Okay, Borrow Smart, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Smart strategies for saving big in 2025, your path to home ownership and financial freedom. At Ron Siegel Radio, we're here to help homeowners and first-time buyers navigate the journey to financial security and smart saving. Whether you're eyeing your first home, planning for retirement, or aiming to tackle outstanding debt, saving for big purchases is a crucial step. In 2025, your financial goals are more achievable than ever with a few savvy saving strategies. Today, let's explore how to build your savings without giving up the lifestyle you enjoy. Whether you're saving for a down payment, a dream vacation, or emergency funds, these practical tips will put you on a path to financial confidence. Number one, define your big purchases and prioritize goals. The first step to any significant purchase is knowing what you want. Be specific. Are you saving for a new home, a car, or a major life event? Identifying what you need allows you to create a clear, actionable goal. Write it down, visualize it, and keep it somewhere you'll see it every day. Studies show that those who write down their goals are 1.2 to 1.4 times more likely to achieve them. Once you've nailed down your target, focus on it. Avoid the temptation to save for multiple large purchases simultaneously. For example, if your primary goal is a down payment for a house, prioritize that above desires like a vacation or a car with a singular focus. Your financial path will be clearer, faster, and far less stressful. Number two, pay yourself first. Automate and protect your savings. One of the most powerful ways to save is to pay yourself first. Dedicate a set portion of your income to savings each month before paying other expenses. Automating this process makes it even easier, removing the temptation to spend those funds on something else. Many employers allow you to divide your paycheck between checking and savings accounts. Take advantage of this option. If your employer doesn't offer direct deposit splits, set up an automatic transfer from checking to savings. This ensures your savings goal is met every payday, regardless of other spending priorities. Number three, set smart goals to make progress measurable. Setting smart goals is essential, but making these goals smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound helps ensure success. For example, rather than aiming to save for a house, a smart goal would be save $15,000 by December 2025 for a down payment on a home. Breaking this down, you'd need to save approximately $625 per month. Breaking goals into manageable, measurable pieces makes it easier to track progress and stay motivated. Use the 50-20-30 rule to create balance. Budgeting doesn't have to be restrictive. The 50-20-30 rule allows flexibility while keeping finances on track. Here's how it works. 50% for essentials. This covers housing, utilities, groceries, and other needs. 20% for savings and debt repayment. Dedicate at least 20% of your income towards savings or debt, reducing debt. You may need to adjust spending on your goals' urgency. 30% for wants. Yes, you can still enjoy life. Dining out, entertainment, hobbies fit for this in this category, giving you room to indulge within reason. Using this rule simplifies your budget, letting you focus on building savings while covering necessities and treating yourself within reason. Number five, boost your savings with a high interest account. Once you have an emergency fund established, look into high interest savings accounts to grow your money faster. While traditional accounts offer security, they may not offer much growth. High yield options allow your savings to generate additional income over time, even as you continue adding to them. Shop around to find an account with competitive rates and terms that suit your savings needs. Number six, explore micro saving and investing apps for extra momentum. Quick tips for fast saving on a smaller budget. If you're aiming to save a smaller amount quickly, say $1,000 for an emergency fund, try some of these additional strategies. Add temporary income streams. Temporarily reduce discretionary spending. Hold back on extra debt payments temporarily. Building wealth through strategic debt management. With these steps, you'll be well on your way to building a solid financial foundation, but don't stop there. For homeowners or those planning to buy, strategic debt management is critical for long-term wealth. Here on Ron Siegel Radio, we emphasize the role of debt, not as a burden, but as a tool when managed properly. If you're all ready to take charge of your financial future, remember that as a certified liability advisor, I'm here to guide you. Together, we can navigate debt, build wealth, and make smart financial choices for you and your family. Reach out to me, and let's start planning for a prosperous 2025 and beyond. That is the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean for engineering us today. And let me remind you, if you have any home or finance related questions, give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can save make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.